Well, hello there, you beautiful sons and daughters of the Most High God. Uh, Time for just a thought, continuation of our last thought. I'd like to start by saying thank you so much for all the wonderful responses that I received from that first video I did. It was really, really heartwarming to know there's so many people that really responded and heard that message and bore witness to what the Spirit was saying. So thank you. Thank you very much. And please feel free to continue to comment or send a word along as you desire to this most recent Just a Thought. What I'm thinking about today is during this pandemic and this shutdown all over the world, a lot of people have lost their sense of identity. And it seems like in our society, at least, when you ask somebody, who are you? The typical line of response would be, well, I'm a doctor, or I am a mechanic, or I am a carpenter, and all these different adjectives we use to describe ourselves miss the very question that was being asked is, who are you? It's not what you do, but who you are. And that's a favorite theme of mine over the years, as you who know me well know. And it stems really from a gospel story that Jesus got together with his disciples and asked them a question, said, who do you say I am? Now, it wasn't that he was asking because he didn't know his own identity, but it was real special that they would know who he really was. And their responses were varied from, well, maybe John come back or Elijah the prophet. But then he pointed at Peter and said, who do you say I am? Peter's response is something we've all heard. Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God, which, of course, was accurate and correct. And Jesus replied to him, this is important, he replied to him and said, Peter, you're right, but you didn't get that answer because you're so smart or from your teachers or reading books, but rather it was given to you as a gift from my Father, that you should know who I am. And now, because you know who I am, now I can tell you who you are. Yes, who you really are. And that is so profound. We read it in the scriptures, and I'll read this to you very briefly in Matthew 16, verse 17. God bless you, Simon, son of Jonah. You didn't get that answer out of your books or from teachers, but my Father in heaven, God himself, let you in on the secret of who I really am. And now I'm going to tell you who you are, who you really are. Well, so many people today are questioning who they really are. Many people, their jobs have been taken from them, or their livelihoods, or so many different changes, drastic changes. And it does begin to question then sometimes in many hearts, who am I? I've been about gaining wealth or trying to get established or any number of things, but who am I? Well, the answer lies in, yes, relationship with God. God created you. We say this to people as we share the gospel, we say, well, God has a plan for your life. I wonder, why is it that we forget about that after we become Christians? We don't seem to understand or have a bearing, a course set for us of who we are and where we're headed. God's plan is still readily available for each one of us. And it's not based or determined by our job, our wealth, our social standing, but it's based upon a deep-rooted understanding of our identity is in He who created us in Himself. And there we find out who we are. So next time somebody says to you, who are you? Think about that. And if you enjoyed this, let me know. And I'll be back again with another just a thought for you. Why? Because I love you. Bye-bye.